Hello, so today we are here for measures of dispersion class. Yesterday I had uploaded for the mean median mode and now we will see today about the dispersion. Fine. So I, Mayuri Patel, welcome you all for the class. So let's begin. Dispersion. So dispersion refers to the variation of the item among themselves or around an average. Fine. So whatever when we have seen mean median mode. Fine. Now dispersion means there will be a variation uh, from the item or from the average. Whatever mean is there, there will be some variations will be there. That we will see in dispersion. So greater the variation amongst the different item of series, the more will be the dispersion. So properties of deviation of the value from the average is called the variation or dispersion. Means whatever mean is there, from that there will be deviations are more. So that is called variations or dispersion. As per the Bowley, dispersion is a measures of variation of the item. Fine. I hope you understood this. If you don't understand, just let me know. I can help you like that. If you have any doubt, just comment it. You will understand as we will go beyond this in the next slide. Fine. Next, objective of the measuring of dispersion. Why we are doing dispersion? To determine the reliability of an average. Means for an example, if we are taking BP. Fine. So normally we know ki the person, if we are taking BP of one person and his or her BP is 140/80. Fine. But now to check the reliability or check the uh, reliability of that particular BP apparatus, we will check again and again with that BP apparatus to that person or the other person to that person, and if variations will come, that means the BP apparatus or instrument is not reliable. So now you must have understood ki what is variations, how it will be. Then to compare the variability of the two or more series for facilitating the use of other statistical measures, basis of statistical quality control. Now properties of a good measures of dispersion. First is it is easy to understand, simple to calculate, uniquely defined, based on all observations and not affected by extreme observations, capable of further algebraic treatment minus plus. Next is, so in that we will see only two things, that is range and standard deviation. It mean deviation, coefficient, correlation, everything will come, but we according to the portion we will see only two, that is range and the standard deviation. So range is a simplest measures of dispersion. It is defined as the difference between the largest and the smallest value in the series. So the formula is R is equal to L minus S. Here L is largest value, S is smallest value. The coefficient of range is L minus S divided by L plus. So let's see the example. Find the range and coefficient of range of the following data. So this is the data. So we know range is R is equal to L minus S. Fine. So L is equal to largest one and L is equal to smallest one. So L is what? Largest one is 35 and smallest one is 15. So 35 minus 15 is equal to 20 is equal to 20. Fine. And the coefficient range here, the formula is L minus S divided by L plus S. So 35 minus 15, 35 plus 15, so 20 divided by 50 is equal to 0.4. That is the coefficient of the range. So it is the simplest one. I hope you understood. Merit. simple to understand, easy to calculate, widely used in statistical quality control. Demerits are can't be calculated in the open end distribution, where open end means less than 12, more than 12, like that, and not based on all the observation, and affected by sampling fluctuation, affected by extreme values even. Now the most important things is standard deviations. So let's see standard deviation. It is the most important and widely used measures of dispersion. First used by Carl Pearson in 1893, and it is also called as root mean square deviation. So it is defined as the square root of the arithmetic mean of the square of the deviation of the value taken from the mean. So it is denoted by sigma also. This is mu, or sigma, and it is called SD also, standard deviation, and the formula is under root summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n. So first is we have seen raw data, discrete and continuous data. So first we will see about the raw data. So this is the example. Calculate the SD of the following data, that is 1620. These are the datas. Fine. So what you have to do first, you have to make a 3 column. So you have to write x, and summation of x is equal to 200. Fine. Now x minus x bar. So you have to use which formula? Summation of x divided by n, the raw data formula. So first you have to find out the mean. So mean will be 20. Then you have to apply this formula. SD is equal to under root summation of x minus x bar square divided by n. So here x minus x bar. So according to formula you have to do x minus x bar. So here is x minus x bar is equal to mean. So 16 minus 20, 20 minus 20. Likewise you have to do it. Fine. Now so x bar is equal to 20. Now the formula says that x minus x bar the whole square. So here you got 4. 4 into 4 is equal to 16. 0, 2 into 2 4, 1 into 1 1, 0 0, 8 into 8 64, 3 into 3 9, 2 into 2 4. So this you got the x minus x bar square. Now this is summation of x minus x bar square. So what you have to do, you have to add this total. So it will come 98. So now it is very easy. You have to just keep the values in the formula. So let's see. So under root 98, this summation of x minus x bar square is 98 divided by n. N is total number of the x. So that is the total number of the x, matlab total value number 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 10. So you will keep 10. Now it will come 9.8 under root, and if you will calculate under root of 9.8, it will come 3.13. So this is the formula how to calculate the standard deviation in raw data. Fine. Next we will see the standard deviation in discrete data. Fine. So here two formulas are there. One is for assumed mean and another one is simple. So this will be simple, and if you don't want to go for this, you can use this also. I will show you both method. Fine. This is the assumed mean method. Here n is equal to total number of the frequency, that is summation of f, and f is equal to frequency of the each variables. So let's go. Okay, so let's see the example. You will get this two data. Fine. That is x and f. Now first we have to assume that mean. So let's assume that mean is 18. Fine. So 18 will be your mean. Next, the standard deviation. This formula, assume mean formula, we will use. So summation of under root of summation of fx square divided by n minus summation of fx divided by n in bracket whole square. Fine. So first, what according to this formula, we have to find out fx. For that you need x. Fine. So x you will get by x minus a. Fine. So x will be your this, and minus a means that is assumed that 18 will be our mean. Fine. So now search it out. Now we have to do 12 minus 18, 14 minus 18. Likewise you have to do all this. Fine. Then f into x. So f into x means 6 into 6 is equal to 36. 12 into 4 is equal to 48. 18 into 2 is equal to 36. Likewise you have to do fx. Now here don't get confused, this is f into x square. So first you have to do x square. X is this 36. So 6, sorry 6. So 6 into 6 is equal to 36, and 36 into 36 is equal to 216. Fine. Then next, this 48, that is your not this. You have to do what? F into x square. So x is equal to this 6 into 6 36. 36 into 6 is equal to 216. Same way here also 4 into 4 4 16 into 12 is equal to 192. Likewise you have to do this all, and last you have to do summation of this. So you will get this 992. Now you have everything, you just have to keep the data in this formula. So here summation of f means total summation of this is equal to 96 is equal to n. So let's see here. So under root of summation of fx square is 992 and n is equal to 96. Then summation of fx, this one is 0 divided by n is 96 whole square. So this will be the 0 only. Fine. Here. So this and under root of 10.33, and your answer will be 3.21. Now this will somewhat difficult and you will feel some difficulty in this. So easiest way we will see. I just want, because I am delivering this for the MSc also, so I saw this method also. If you can skip this method and you can use a simplest one, this which we will discuss in the next slide. Okay, this one here. So x f, you will get this. So first of all, this formula you have to use. So you can see x minus x bar whole square into f divided by summation of f. So now what you need, first of all, x bar. So here we have to search it out. So discrete data formula, how we are using, how we are searching for the mean. So that you have to apply, that is summation of xf divided by summation of f. So you have x and you have f, so you have to do x into f 72. Likewise x into f 14 into 12 168, 16 into 18 288, 18 into 26 468. Likewise you have to do, and this whole summation will come 1728 divided by summation of f, that is this summation will come 96. So 1728 divided by 96 is equal to 18. So your mean will be 18. So assume mean and this mean will be same. Now this formula you have to follow. So x minus x bar. Now you have x bar, this is mean x bar, and x is this. So 12 minus 18 minus 6. Likewise you have to do same way. Now this is x minus x bar square. So you have x minus x bar. So now you have to do x minus x bar square. So this 6 into 6 36, 4 into 4 16, 2 into 2 4, 2 into 2 4, 4 into 4 16, and 6 into 6 36. So you got x minus x bar square also. And the last one, this f into x minus x bar square. So you have x minus x bar square into f, this f, right? Okay, so you have to do 6 into 36. So you will get 216. Same way 16 into 12, so you will get 192. 4 into 6, 18, 72. Likewise you have to do for all this. This will be the 0. 4 into 16, 16 into 10, 160, and 36 into 8, 288. Fine. Now you have to do summation of this. Summation means sarvada, vatta. Fine. Total. So that you will get 192. Fine. So you will get 192. Now what you have to, now you have everything. Summation of f, x minus x bar square divided by summation of f. This all things will be there. So you have to keep all this into the formula. So summation of f into x minus x bar square, you will get from this 992 divided by n, or summation of f is equal to 96, this, and then some under root of 10.33, and your answer is 3.21. Same answer you got. So this will be the easiest method than this, so you can use this method. Okay, so let's move for the continuous frequency. So standard deviation is equal to same formula in the continuous frequency also, but here you have to find out the midpoint to find out the x. Let's see. Okay, so this you will get it, weight in kg and f. This is x and f. You got this, fine. Sorry, weight in kg and f. So you have f. So you need to find out x. So how we were doing in mean continuous data, we are finding out the midpoint, that is x. So 60 plus 64 divided by 2, 62. Fine. Then this one, 66. This midpoint we have, sorry, 60 minus 64. Okay, fourth 2 points, so you have to do 62, 66, 70 and 74. Here I forgot, this will be 71 here. Okay, now next you have to do what? You have to search it out the mean. So you have to do x into f, so 10 into 62, 9 into 66, 7 into 70 and 2 into 74. So you will get this data that you have to do summation, that is 1852. Now, so first we will search it out the mean. So summation of xf divided by summation of f. So your xf is 1852 divided by 28, this one, summation of f. So you will get 66.14 will be your x bar. Now same, x minus x bar square and f into this, and formula will be same. You just have to keep the data and your answer will 3.78. This will be the continuous frequency for the standard deviation formula. If you have not understood anything, just contact me, I can explain you. I'm trying to make a video through board. If I'll get all the ingredients for that, I'll make sure I'll make it up to you for this. If you don't understand, just contact me. Thank you guys. Just like it and subscribe to my channel for this educational video. Please students, at least like it this video. We are doing very hard work at home to doing this. If you are not understanding anything, just let us know. Thank you.